Hi, I'm Caleb with the City of Dover. I'm here on a cold, damp day at Willen Pond, which is actually a good thing because Dover is currently going through one of its greatest droughts in over 50 years. Ponds and creeks like the one behind me are drying up all over the state and are at record lows. I think it's important as Dover citizens that we stay aware of what the drought status currently is, and we understand the different ways that we can help conserve water and protect our most natural of resources.
Let's take a look at how widespread the drought currently is in the state. Before you is an illustration of New Hampshire showing the degree of drought conditions. Results can range from white, meaning there is no water shortage, to deep red, which is for cases of exceptional drought. Now let's zoom in on southeast New Hampshire. Starting in the month of May, as we move along the timeline, we see how much worse the drought conditions get. Where is Dover, you ask? Right here.
So what does that mean for citizens? Well, for starters, the City of Dover has now joined over 100 municipalities in the state that either have restrictions or bans on water usage. For the City of Dover, that ban is specifically on outdoor water usage. That pertains to things like washing your car or gardening.
To find out more, we went to Dover Community Services to talk to Bill Belanger, the Superintendent of Public Works and Utilities.
Dover is a groundwater system, so we have to pull from the ground for our water, and so we need rain to help us supplement, to refill them aquifers while we're pumping. As that depletion occurred, we're really seeing that impact for not only for the groundwater systems, but also for the surface water systems. What we've done this summer or this last fall was we implemented a voluntary ban on water usage, such as car washing and irrigation. If the drought continues, because right now I believe we're about 11 to 12 inches in the negative for rainfall, we could really impact the residents by not allowing them to irrigate their lawns or wash vehicles, and filling swimming pools. That kind of stuff could end up impacting the residents. Because if it does get that severe, like I said, it's up to the council to put the ban on. But if they come to us and ask for our advice, if we're struggling for water, we're going to ask for that ban.
We have been encouraging over the last several months that residents use voluntary conservation measures, and we've actually seen some reduction over last year in water usage, so that appears to have had somewhat of the desired effect. Our staff, along with Utilities Commission, are working on a comprehensive ordinance, along with our city attorney, that will allow us to implement mandatory water conservation measures. The Utilities Commission is expected to review that in the next couple weeks, and once they have had a chance to do that, we'll be bringing that to the council and asking that you adopt that as an ordinance. And essentially, it has two parts to it. One is that if we do continue in this pattern and we need to take measures or declare an emergency to take measures to protect the public water supply and the health and safety that goes along with that, we'll have the authority to do that. And the other is in following the state statute, like other communities around us have done, it will allow us to implement watering bans, particularly come next spring. If we don't see a good winter and a good spring, we will put in place watering bans that will prevent outdoor watering, both for folks that are attached to the public water system, but also for private wells as well.
So now that we see the impacts that the drought is having on Dover, let's look at some simple ways that you can save water around your home.
Instead of washing your vehicle in the driveway with a hose and a bucket of water, consider using an automated car wash. These can save over 100 gallons of water per usage. When waiting for water to heat up, either in the sink or the bathtub, consider using a pitcher to collect all the excess. You can later use this collected water for gardening or other purposes.
And while we're on the subject of sinks, another great option is to install aerators. These help the sinks keep the same water pressure with only using a third of the water.
You should also regularly check all water lines in your home. This not only conserves water, but can help you avoid expensive repairs later down the road.
In the spring, they may want to think about how they're gonna irrigate their lawns or their gardens, because if their restriction comes, they may want to think about getting some rain barrels and storing rainfall off their roofs or something like that to store water for their usage. One thing I would suggest to residents is check their meter, and there's a little blue dial on that meter, and if it's spinning while they think they're not using water, that means they got a leak in their system. It's either a leaky toilet or a leaky faucet or something of that nature. So that's the first thing they can do, and then you know, limit the showers, limit the baths, and sometimes you know, using a dishwasher uses less water than actually using water in a sink, and you know, not leaving the water on while you're brushing your teeth and shaving and stuff like that. Those are the kind of things that can save water all the way around.
It's important to understand that with the upcoming winter months, that the drought status may become worse before it gets better. We look to all Dover citizens during this time to help conserve water. For more water conservation tips or for general drought status updates, check out the city website. Thanks for watching.